Hi duckies, hi duckies, hi duckies, hi duckies. I haven't done a video for a while, so I thought I'd do one. Quick apology, we're not bringing Fresh Brew Podcast episode 99 to you this week, which is starting the 20th of March 2017, because producer Matt is doing some freelance work and we're unable to get the time in to do the podcast, get it up and loaded before Bubba needs to go to sleep and rest before he's got to get up and do the show, do the freelance work tomorrow. So we're unable to bring you Fresh Brew, but we will try and bring it to you next Monday, and we'll try and get back on track the Monday after. So don't worry, we haven't forgotten you. We're just giving it a rest for this week. We were hoping to get it for you, but as I say, Barbara's got some freelance work on and we're a bit unable to get the time scheduling in to get enough time to do it. So that's that. So Fresh Brew won't be brought to you this week, but I thought I'd do a YouTube video and get something out there for you guys to watch and listen to. And what I wanted to do on this video was just talk about something that's happened in the last 2 weeks. Now, as you may know, in my last transition video, I don't know if I said anything. Well, let's start from the beginning. The last 2 weeks have been a bit manic in a way. I've sort of I'm with somebody and it's an open relationship and it's a bit difficult, but it's a bit difficult to say. I don't know where to start really, but what's happened is this relationship that I'm in at the moment has made me sit down and consider where I am in my transition. And as some of you may know, I haven't gone over my old videos and I'm not entirely sure, but I think I've said in past vlogs that I'm happy with how I am at the moment. Continuing on with the transition to see major surgery is something that I've sort of thought about, but not really. I've sort of put it to the back of my mind and considered that it wouldn't happen because of cost, because of time, because of my own anxieties over having the operation. Because, well, my mother was alive and she was operated on for a serious health problem quite a few years ago. She nearly died on the operating table because she was allergic to the anaesthetic and the stuff that puts you under. And I've always been nervous that I'd be the same and that I would have a bad reaction to an operation. So I've often been very scared about having operations and stuff like that. So I've put it to the back of my mind. But this relationship which I'm in at the moment has made me really sit down and consider where I am in my transition. And I've come to the realization that I would like to go the whole hog. I would like to have surgery. I've already thought that I would get breast augmentation. That's something I have considered in the past and something I would go for. Facial feminization I've thought about, but it's a bit pricey, so I've sort of put it to the back of my mind really and not really thought about it much because it is a lot of money, and an initial outlay with that I would have to have some serious incoming. So I've sort of put facial feminization to one side and not really thought about it much because of the fact that it would cost quite a bit of money. But I'm also considering that. But downstairs surgery is something which I have never considered seriously before. I've never. It's a bit difficult to say. I am seriously considering it now because the situation where I'm in at the moment has made me realise that it's something I should really consider. This is a very difficult vlog to do because without going into graphic detail and stuff like that and being really personal and stuff, I can't really explain myself very well. Suffice to say that I am seriously considering having surgery now, as it were. A lot of my friends around me have had it done, and a lot of the people who I've watched on YouTube have had it done recently. So I've had some experience with seeing it in person and seeing it from a distance on YouTube, and really engaging what us girls go through with the operation and stuff like that. And it's made me think about it more deeply. And as I say, this relationship that I'm in at the moment has made me seriously think about it more and really evaluate my position and where I want to be in the future and how I want to be treated in the future and the sort of people I want to spend my time with. I'll give you a little suggestion. It's always been my fear that guys don't get with trans girls unless they still have that. It's sort of a thing that guys have. Now, my experience is the guys I've got with over dating apps and stuff like that are always interested downstairs. And it's a bit annoying. But I've always considered it to be something that didn't really bother me. But it's starting to bother me now. Because if I get into a relationship with a trans girl or a trans guy or a cis person, I want to be whole for them. The situation I'm in at the moment is a little bit difficult because the interplay between the two of us is very interesting. The roles we play within the relationship are very interesting, and I'm doing sorts of stuff that I'm slightly uncomfortable with. And in the relationship, the roles are a bit confusing. I'm a bit confused. As I say, the last 2 weeks have been a whirlwind. They've been absolutely crazy. I don't know how to explain it. Or maybe if I feel in a better position, I'll sit down and explain it all to you. But it's all been madness. But I have come to the conclusion that I don't know how else to say it, because a lot of trans girls don't like using particular words to explain it and stuff like that. I'm used to saying GRS, gender reassignment surgery, or gender, oh, what's the other term they use? Gender reaffirming surgery. Whichever you feel comfortable with, whichever is the best way of describing it. I'm just downstairs surgery. I need this. I've realised I need to continue with my transition. The idea of being discharged from Charing Cross and being left to go off into the ether and do my own thing was one thing, but I've realised when they discharged me, they hadn't properly checked my hormone levels and the way the blocker was affecting me, and I've been left on the blocker for 2 years, and a lot of girls are telling me, you're not supposed to be on the blocker indefinitely, that's bad for you. So there are certain things I'm beginning to realise I need to address. I can't be on the blocker for the rest of my life. I'm going to need to have the operation for numerous reasons, but I am beginning to feel that I need this to make me whole. And also that if I ever got with somebody, they're not getting with me because of what's between my legs. They're getting with me because of who I am, because of the personality I have, because of the sort of person I am, not because I'm trans or not because of what I've got between my legs. And that's made me think more as well. I often look at some trans girls who have loving partners and are in long-term relationships, and I'm often envious of them because I've always thought that I would be alone. So again, the last 2 weeks of whirlwind, I wasn't exactly realising that I was going to get with anybody. I didn't think about that I would have a partner, not this soon anyway. I thought maybe distant in the future, if I was lucky. This is something I've come to the realisation. I was laying in bed with my partner, she was asleep, and I was thinking about this, and I really realised that I needed this. I needed to go through with this. It's difficult to say. I'm just trying to express the realisation I had writing at 1:45 in the morning to a friend of mine through text messaging who's gone through this process, seeking advice and some sort of two-way conversation to discuss my thoughts and feelings and where I where I've been and stuff. I know this is a bit of a rambling message, but I'm basically trying to say that I've come to the realization I need to continue with the transition and get to that point where I can fully express myself as a woman in the whole meaning of the sense, in the way that a partner would treat me if I got with them, and that they're not going with me because of what's between my legs. They're getting with me because of who I am. And that was the realization I had. And also it's useless and doesn't do anything, so there's no point in having it. But that's not the reason for the operation. I suppose it's a big turnaround for me, as you've seen in the past, because of what I've said in the past. I was happy with the way I am. I considered myself to be trans. I'm happy with the prefix trans woman at the beginning of my name, and to an extent that's not really changed much. That is my identity, and if I go ahead with the operation, that will be the identity I will have. I will still wear coats with the trans pride badge on it and stuff like that. I won't hide away from where I've come from to where I am now. That's part of who I am and my growing up, me growing up and becoming the woman that I've always wanted and longed to be and known I was. So this is just a video to explain I'm still here. Things have slightly changed. The last 2 weeks have been a while. If you've been wondering why there hasn't been a YouTube video more regularly, that's why. Things have been a bit... Plus it was my birthday yesterday, and so I was a bit... the weekend was a bit mixed with meals and going out and partying and stuff like that. So I wasn't able to do as much videos, and plus where I am now with the person who I am with, we've been in the same flat together, so doing YouTube videos is a little bit difficult, but I'm going to use her as a distraction technique, so I can have her in the background as audience watching me whilst I do a video, concentrating on the camera, that camera there, and not looking all around me at other things that might be moving in the periphery of my vision. So I want to concentrate on the camera, so I'm hoping she'll help me focus as it were. You might see her in vlogs, I don't know, it all depends on how she feels. But as I say, the last 2 weeks have been a whir, and it's been a complete mix-up, and I've not really known what to think, how to feel, where to go, or anything. All I know is what came out of those 2 weeks, and that was the realization that I needed to continue with my transition and go the full spread. I want to do it for myself. I want to do it because I want to do it, and I need to do it. And it's something I've been putting off for a variety of different reasons, and all those reasons are melting away now. And so I need to go ahead with this. So basically that's what this video is about, just an update to say, yes, the transition continues. Next stop, get re-referred back to Charing Cross, or Tavistock as they are now. Get re-referred back there and start on the process. All my friends are warning me it could take 2 to 3 years. I know how long it will take. The chances are before I have surgery, I will probably have upstairs surgery first. Facial feminization I would love to have done, but I just don't know if I can afford it in the short to medium term. It depends on how well the businesses are that me and producer Matt are trying to set up at the moment, and the sorts of income we can get for ourselves through our dreams of what we would like to do in media. But that all depends on the success we have with what he has with Sumo, and our ability to monetize our podcasts and YouTube channels and the stuff and the ambitions we have. But things are moving forward, and money could be coming our way shortly, and it could be a big boost to us. So there's a lot happening in the next few months and years to come, and I'm feeling excited about it all. And whereas I was terrified about having the op, I'm not now. I feel happy. I feel one with myself. I feel like I have come to a realization, and like that light bulb moment I had in that pawn shop that one day, that night I had another light bulb moment, and I realized it needs to happen. So that's where I am. I've decided that I need to go ahead with it, to have surgery, and somehow do something with my voice. I've got a CD at home to help me train, but it's for Americans, so it might be a bit difficult to use. But I'm going to try and work on my voice. I have a few laser sessions to finish off with, and once that's done, then I may need electrolysis, but I'm not too sure at the moment. It all depends. And then I'm nearly there. I'm already feeling comfortable with myself. I know I've made the right decision. I'm happy with the decision I've made. And I'm going to go ahead with it. And hopefully everything will turn out for the best. It's something that I need to do. And I've wrestled with it for a long time. And I've come to the realization that I need it. And this relationship has brought that out in me. It's not down to the whole the relationship as a whole. It's the realization that the relationship has produced. I can't live in a halfway house anymore. I have to make a decision. Everybody calls me a she-male, and I'm not comfortable with that. But at the end of the day, it's not because I want to get rid of the tag of being a she-male. It's because I need to be whole. And it's taken me a long time to get over my fears of getting to that wholeness. And I'm hoping now that I can achieve it. Now I'm going to try and keep up to date with videos for you as best I can. Keep you in the loop and do more stuff for you. A change of scenery. You're used to this scenery. This is Bubbas Lounge I'm in at the moment. These are the curtains going to the patio doors that lead out into the garden. And this is where I sit and produce the podcast from. But it's also a convenient place to sit and do YouTube videos from as well. And the chair I'm on is broken. That makes a squeaking noise. So it's not very comfortable. But hopefully I'll be back in the flat soon and I'll do some more videos. As I say, some of the videos are a bit haphazard as they are at the moment. But once things are sorted out and once the situation that's coming in the future sorts itself out, you will see a difference in these YouTube videos. So please stick with me. Don't go away anywhere. Things will get better. And there'll be graphics and stuff on these videos soon as well. I've got plans for how to improve the videos, but in the meantime they'll just be the basics package that you've been used to up until now. So in the short term, in the medium to long term, they may differ. So I hope you've not minded this rambling vlog. I wanted to get something out there, and I really wanted to tell you how I felt, because I've been up in the air and thinking about it for ages, and I wanted to get it off my chest. So there you go. That's what I'm planning to do. Continue with my transition to the proper point of transition. And before I go, it's a happy birthday to Nessie, who is 18 today. Happy birthday, Nessie. I hope you've had an amazing day. So don't forget, subscribe, comment, like or dislike, subscribe below, and hopefully I'll see you soon. So goodbye, duckies. Bye. Bye. Oh, the bloody button's not working. I'll have to do it this way. Bye.